Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. So this is the first video. I actually do like a makeup channel, but it's more than that. There's like candles and things, but I started to realize I think it would work better to separate them out because this includes everyone. Like scents are very universal. Makeup can be too, but looking at the majority of the audience is mostly female. So there's a lot of unisex scents out there, and so I'm like, let's just do it this way. Let's just do two. Let's see how well I do, because I never post. So there you go. But today, I'm going to be talking about Zoologist Perfume. So I have hundreds of perfumes try. And what I've realized is I'd rather sample things first rather than just bring them into the fold. Especially with the prices that perfumes are now. I remember like about 4 or 5 years ago, they were like $90 and everybody was like, that's too much. Now things are really heading towards 175, 300. So if I'm going to pay that much money for a fragrance, I want to make sure I like it. So Zoologist, from my understanding, is from Canada, and you can have it shipped to you can have it shipped from Canada, or there's certain fragranciers or fragrance houses that will carry it in the US. One of them is Ministry of Scent, Lucky Scent, and so for Ministry of Scent I picked up 8. I'm also in the process of getting some from Canada because a lot of the sites in the US do not have a lot of the scents that they have online from Canada. Like they have all of the scents, so they're running low, and so I didn't get a lot, but that's okay because I'm really curious to try these. And what they basically do is kind of mimic the environment that the animal lives in, or kind of just the feel of the animal. So certain animals will have a certain scent, or like from my understanding, like cow, because it's in a field, it's eating the yummy grass, it's going to have a lot of that kind of feel to it, if that makes sense. It's just to capture its environment and a little bit of its essence. That being said, they do not use animal products, so do not worry. They're not hurting any animals to get any of these scents. From my understanding, they don't I've never tried these before, but having done research, it's not like they just come out and say, hey, you know, we want this to smell like a real rhino. It's more of its environment, plus maybe a hint of what the rhino has to offer. And if you know anything about rhinos, I don't know if you want to be smelling too much of them. So I have more coming, but right now I have 8, and I don't even know where to begin, to be honest with you. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix them around, and I'm just going to randomly choose one. And we are going to try it today and see how long it lasts. See what the scent is immediately. See how long it lasts throughout the day. So the lighting will change. It's already bad because it's snowing and all. But that's the nice thing about the scent channel, is it's not about good lighting for makeup because nobody cares. It's about scents. They're the star. So yeah. So let's just randomly choose one, and then I will talk about the notes and we'll try it out. Okay, so which one is this? It's dark in here. It is Camel. Interesting. Camel. I mean, we all know what a camel is. Camels are interesting, beautiful creatures that can hold water, because there's not a lot of water in their region. They can hold water forever. They're amazing little beautiful creatures. So let's look at the scent profile. Okay, so it's going to take a while for me to get my wings on this channel because there's a lot going on here. So the top notes are dried fruit, frankincense, palm date, rose. Heart notes or mid notes, the amber, cedar, cinnamon, incense, jasmine, myrrh, orange blossom, and then base notes, civet. I hope I'm saying that right. I think I am. Musk, I know what it is, but yeah, musk, weed, sandalwood, tonka bean, vanilla, and vetiver. So there's a lot going on here. That is a lot. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 different fragrances in here. Wow. So, I know. I think this is 175. I'll put it to the side. I'm a little bit nervous by it, but you get this much. I've heard sometimes these don't work very well, depending on the company, but hopefully this one does. So what I'm going to do is put one specifically in the middle and then on the wrist. Because I want to hit some of the clothing, because sometimes things last longer on clothing, that could be good or bad depending on the scent, than it does on skin, or vice versa. So here we go. Whew. Okay, it doesn't want to go, so let's do this one. There, it went. Woo! I have never tried Zoologist before. I have been so curious about this, so it took a good amount of spray, but it was 2 sprays, so I think you're going to get a good 10, 12 sprays out of this. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, so the first scent that I get is Barnyard. So my grandparents, and I'm not being shady in any way, shape, or form, my grandparents owned a farm. I'm a city kid, but we'd go visit them, and yeah. They had cows, and this is exactly what the farm smelled like because of said cows. Wow. I'm going to set this down here. Wow. So, it's evolving. It is evolving. It smells like barnyard. That is the main note that I'm getting, is that strong barnyard scent. It's very animal-y. That's not necessarily a scent that I would want, just because it really is taking me back to my childhood. With the cows, and sadly those cows didn't survive long because they would take them to places where things would happen, and that's why I actually don't eat beef today, because of the stuff. I know we're not going into psychology channel here, but I'm just saying, yeah, this is taking me back to that. Oh, it is. It's very animal. It's very animal. I also get a spiciness with it. I really want that spiciness to come forward, but that spiciness is not coming forward enough for me. The main scent is animal. I was not ready for that. I read about that with these fragrances, that's pretty common, but I was not prepared for the reality versus what I'm reading. It was just, I get some spices, and every time I get a more woodsy, I get like a woodsy spice scent to it. It gets knocked out by the animal scent. And that's what's difficult with this. I appreciate it because I've been around a camel, and it does, I travel a lot. So I've been around a camel, and this is pretty dead on. But I think I wanted more of the surrounding environment a little bit more than the actual animal. But that's okay, because some people may really love this. If I wore this to work, I don't know how to explain myself. I really don't, because I don't think it would be appropriate. It would not be appropriate. At my grandparents' house, yes, this would be appropriate. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it sit for an hour, because I hear some of these morph over time, and then certain notes will disappear quickly, and then other ones will take over. So I'm going to do that and wait for the hour mark, and then I'll come back and revisit good old Camel. Hello, my loves. So I am back after about an hour of wearing this, and so it's kind of what's interesting about these scents, this is my first journey with this, is that it just morphs. It morphs. When you have this many notes in there, it's going to change, and part of it is it's also going to change on your chemistry, so that makes a big difference. With Camel, for some reason, on my skin, the animal scent really lingers. So, yeah, apparently my chemistry loves animal scents. It loves the smell of animal and frankincense, because that's what I get. So it's morphed into a cathedral, like a Catholic church. You're in Europe, you're walking around Europe, and you stop in, and there's like a camel fair outside. Or there's like a bunch of bovines, cows, walking around outside said cathedral. You open the cathedral door, and the scent wafts in. That's what this smells like on my wrist. Yes, so frankincense and a petting zoo outside. Opening that door to go in, and there you go. That's what I'm getting from this on my wrist. Not my favorite. That's not a scent I would go for. I do like that the frankincense is now mixed in. I didn't get it at first, and of course frankincense is very strong. But I didn't get that at first, but now it's slowly coming forward, and you can see how it slowly morphs over time. Now then, when I smell it on my collar, it's interesting because it isn't on my skin. It's so interesting how fragrances work. My skin is very different than on here. I get like this woody, sharp scent with a sweet fruit, with a very slight hint of animal. Very slight hint of animal. Very interesting. Yeah, it's that frankincense animal, but it's mixed with like a woodsy, sharp earthiness with fruit. So it's interesting because this actually isn't that bad. It's this. It's just, and the thing is, because it hit here on my chest too, it's basically, I'm getting like this fruity, like fruit, woodsy, spicy market versus the animal frankincense. So it's kind of messing with my mind a little bit, and not in a good way. But I don't want to keep, things change. They change. It's been an hour. So I'm going to probably revisit this at the 5-hour mark or so. Yeah, probably. And then we'll talk about it. And what I will end up doing then is hopefully talking about my final thoughts about it. And maybe in the future, I will do it like a full day review, but that's difficult to do during the winter. But I think 5 hours will give us enough time to discuss what's going on with this. So I am back, and it is getting really dark. So 5-hour mark, 4.5, 5. It's mellowed out. The animal scent has finally dissipated, not fully, but it's more of a frankincense smell. So the animalistic smell has slowly dissipated. It's not as heavy. It's more of that frankincense on my skin. I could smell a little bit of the animal, but it's not like it was. It was very prominent on me. Just because it's prominent on me doesn't mean it will be on you, but it was on me. So apparently I pull out that scent. Whew. So this one's so interesting because I still get a little bit of the animal scent from it, but here, off of my skin, I definitely get that fruity floral scent. Very weird. I get a fruity floral scent, but I get that animal scent. Here it's more frankincense. Here it's more frankincense and the kind of spicy woodsy scent. Frankincense and woodsy scent with a light hit of sweet. But I don't know if I could tell what the sweet was. So it's really interesting. I don't know. I think next time, I don't know what, I would probably do it the same way. Yeah, it's so weird. You know what it is I think I'd be more enamored with this scent if it didn't have the animal aspect. And I understand that's part of the charm of Zoologist perfumes or fragrances. I understand that that's kind of part of the appeal. Oh, but I don't know if I would spend $175 to have that scent on me. You know what I mean? So I respect the niche that they're going for. I think it's fantastic, but I feel like it can be very difficult, especially if your skin tends to pull more towards animal scents, which I didn't know because I've never used animalistic scent before on my body. It's just not, I tend to like vanilla, I know, woo, vanilla, ambers, I just love those. I love gourmands. I love those sweeter scents, not the spicier scents, though I love Adhesive from Aesop. I do love Adhesive. But even when I wear Adhesive, I take a vanilla perfume and I put it on top of it to make it a little bit sweeter. I do tend to like those sweeter fragrances. This is not that sweet. To me, these are only unisex, but this one leads, in my opinion, a little bit more masculine for me, because I tend to wear a lot of the time, feminine scents. This definitely leans a little bit more masculine. It's definitely very earthy, very animalistic, that very churchy. It really is. You know, the petting zoo is left, and you know, St. Patrick's Cathedral is alone. And there are no petting zoos outside St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York, but you know, it's what came to mind. So there you go. How would I rate this? It's not fair to rate something like this because the reality is it's not a type of scent that I wear. But if I'm going off a binky scale, oh, this is hard. It's the animalistic scent just pulls too hard on me. So of a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this about a 3.5. And here's why. Some people are going to come at me, but this is for me. I like sweet gourmands. I like unique scents, sure. I mean, like, I love Hypnotic Poison. That will tell you I love that scent. I love things like, oh, I forget the name, but it's like oh gosh, I'll put it to the side. I like scents like that. I love honeysuckle scents. I love light florals. You can see where I'm coming from. Again, I do like Adhesive, which is a little bit bolder, but it's just I put vanilla on it to even it out for me. This doesn't have the evening out. There's no sweetness. I want that sweetness. This doesn't have sweetness. It's just very, but it's very floral there. I do like this. It's very fruit and floral here. If I could get that fruit and floral scent with a hint of frankincense, no animalistic, it would be a lot higher. It's just that animal keeps popping back in there, and I don't like that so much. I don't want to smell like my grandparents' barn. And that's where it keeps taking me. It's just taking me to childhood on that farm. And ugh, wasn't for me. If it's for you, that's great. So for me, this Camel's a no. Camel's a no. I wouldn't spend $175 for that. But please understand with that your scents may be very different on you. Your body chemistry is going to pull out certain things that it doesn't. Like for me, when I use Rosu from Aesop, it smells nice. My friend, he uses it. Rose scents on him, floral scents on him. He has the best body chemistry for florals. Like, it is phenomenal, mind-blowing. I'm like, why doesn't it smell like that on me? It doesn't. Vanillas tend to do really well on me. So you just got to find your thing. And the smell of camel honey does not work for me. It does. It smells like a barn. And that's okay. I've heard other people online, I was reading stuff in between where people are like, they don't get that scent at all. They don't get the animalistic at all. They get the florals and the spices. And I'm like, so it's not you, it's me. So yeah, I give it about a 3.5. So I'll keep this. I mean, I don't know what else I would do with it. I could give it to a friend and they might hate me if it doesn't work their chemistry, but very interesting. I'm excited to try more, and I have almost the whole collection coming because I'm really intrigued by this. So I wanted to try them all, and if I like anything, buy a bottle, but I'm glad I bought these sparingly. It was worth it. And I really encourage you to do the same if you're new to it like I am, because this is not something you want to do a blind buy on, because A, it's expensive, and B, these are very unique and in an amazingly awesome way. So yeah, that is it for today. Let me know what you think. What are your favorite ones? Because I'm curious. Like, if you have the same kind of preferences that I do, will any of these work for me? I guess we'll find out. We're in it for the long haul. There you go. But let me know down below, and have a fabulous day, my friends. Bye.